Hey guys, we're in Power Ranger party. All right, it's inappropriate.
It's my lightsaber.
But inappropriate's going to sum up this week's episode. Trust me when I tell you.
Oh, well.
But let me just start by this. Yesterday was the big Power Ranger Beast Morphers premiere.
It looked really good, actually. I'm actually really hyped for the season. That episode looked good.
And Elle, I heard a rumor that you actually watched it.
I did. I really enjoyed it.
Did you really though?
I actually do. I like the cast. I think they're incredibly attractive. They're really fun. You instantly like them.
That's good. That's good.
Except for Blaze, that guy.
I'd hope they. Wait, what?
Whoa.
Why you gotta
slow
hate?
down.
That's the main dude, right?
Whoa.
Why
He's not an antagonist.
He's a wiener.
Wait, the other guy was listening to his music, not paying attention, and you just called him out on it.
What? The guy that picked the fight with the mayor's son.
He didn't pick a fight.
Yeah, he did.
He did not pick a fight.
He picked a fight.
We're agree to disagree. That didn't happen. What he was trying to
Did
teach.
I not watch the same episode?
I knew that's exactly how you were gonna feel in a second, because he was gonna go and just like change your whole mind.
He was trying to teach a
That
lesson.
guy was a wiener.
Wait, the guy had headphones on trying to learn a karate lesson. How does that work?
That's a good point, but he didn't have to be a wiener about it in front of everybody.
She's right.
It's a good point.
He did
Not
not.
approach it as a Power Ranger and a good role model should.
Hey, Elle, in the chat, they're saying you're hating.
Yeah, true.
I'm just kidding. But guys, we already have a super chat, and we'll tell you what the super chat does, but what does it say? And who's it from?
Super chat is from Anthony Davis 65. That means that man is the one man with two eyebrows. Missed yesterday's video about Beast Morphers. I'll just say, wow, Beast Morphers was actually good. I like the new Rangers story and side characters.
Yeah, let me clarify something that a lot of people were commenting on, at least on this last episode. I didn't say I don't like Beast Morphers. What I said is, it is our job to nitpick the episode. It is called a fucking review. That is what we do.
Wow.
Whatever. So
Well, we're here at a place that's 21
That's
and
what we
older.
do. I'm going to say, hey, it was great. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Come on. There has to be more to it than that. I'm trying to show the people that, there's more than just saying something is good. I'm not going to praise something if I don't think it's great.
No, but I agree with Anthony Davis with two eyebrows, where it's like the side characters, the Vulcan Skull, the two security guards, they were super fun.
Ben and Betty?
Yes.
Ben and Betty.
I'm not good with the names right now, but
Yeah, no, that's
Elle,
an answer.
why
Good.
don't you bring on our special guest?
Yeah, so instead of talking about Beast Morphers, we have a special guest. I have not seen this particular series, so let's introduce our guest.
Chris Khayman Lee. Why don't you come up to the stage here, buddy?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out Chris Khayman Lee.
All right, so Chris is here. He's also a big Star Wars fan. This is a thing.
Oh, okay, all right.
Chris,
I like
last
that.
time, I'm gonna let you settle in. Drink your drink. No, she hasn't seen your season. She hasn't watched your season, so she's out of here. Hit the road.
Wow.
Hit the road. No, I'm just
He's like, support me.
mine. Here. Crossing the streams. Give me that.
Yeah.
Crossing the streams. All right, so Chris.
Yeah.
Last time you were on the show.
Reverb.
Last time you were on the show, we did something that was live. It got
Inappropriate.
inappropriate. Might be the right word. Inappropriate is probably the right word.
What did I do?
What didn't you do is the better question. But
I don't remember. I really don't remember. man.
Look. So you were obviously the Red Ranger in Power Rangers in Space, played Andros. I heard from one of your cast members, and clarify this, the first day you guys were shooting, clarify, like they were already...
Very close friends. They're on or off set. Just go be alone.
He wanted you to be the Christian Bale of Power Rangers, big method actor, I'm guessing, right?
Oh, so yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
how that went down.
Yeah.
Now I know that you guys have a lot of fun behind the scenes stories, and we've talked about a few of them on this show previously. However, stuff we haven't talked about is stories from conventions, some fun stories from different conventions you've been to.
Oh God.
Well,
no.
I mean, Chris, you're one of those guys that's always going to put it out there. So talk to me about one of the weirdest experiences you've ever had. And also, chat, if you guys want to... So what do you for me?
Lunch, right? Who are you? What the? I had no idea who the guy was. I didn't care, but there was no talk of money. It was just, I want your sandwich. Give me your food.
One thing like the Star Wars planets in your season.
Yes.
So
yes.
looking back now, did you know that was going to be the direction of what Power Rangers in Space was?
When we first showed up, and they gave us kind of like an idea of like a little synopsis of the show, the first thing I thought was, this sounds a lot like Star Wars. And then the more we did it, it was like we are totally ripping off fucking Star Wars. This is like not even like we're not even trying to hide it anymore. This is like totally ripping off Star Wars. I was totally happy with that. I'm 100% good with that. Yes.
Were you happy with the character that you played, and would you have traded that character out for any of the other ones that were on the show, whether it be Carlos or TJ?
No, I was very happy with the character. The only problem that I had with it was that the character they made him go from being an asshole to the rest of the crew for maybe 3-4 episodes to now. Oh well, now I'm one of the.
Get out of here! You're telling me Power Rangers wasn't developing characters? Get
I know,
outta here.
right? I know. It's impossible to imagine, isn't it? But it just happened so fast. Where it's like now I love everybody and all that, and I was like, no, he really shouldn't. He should be mentally really scarred and not being so friendly with everybody. So. That just seemed a little abrupt to me. That's all I would change.
So I have a question. So the Boom Studios comic had its big resurgence a couple years ago. Right now they're in this thing called Beyond the Grid. And one of your character in particular is one of the primary characters that's in that comic currently. Are you aware of this? I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
Are you excited that Andros is getting the love, and do you feel that it's deserved in terms of like any other character they could have used?
I'm very excited, and it is completely deserved. Yes.
Fair enough. Let's go to the chat, Daniel.
Actually, nothing's yet hitting me in the chat, but I did have a question.
Go for
I know
it.
that you're a writer. You have
Yeah.
a comic that you've written before and things like that. Have you ever been interested in possibly writing for the Boom Comics as far as the Power Rangers is concerned?
As far as something like that goes, I would have to find somebody to talk to about that and like figure out what are you allowed to get away with? What are the when are they going to throw a leash on me or something like that and say, oh, you're not allowed to do that or say that or whatever. I mean, I would still love the opportunity, but
Well, look, I think that with your character in particular, and the way that you are in particular, it kind of works with you, right? I mean, the comics are a little bit more gritty than the show is. I mean, a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, and by the way, speaking of your season, I have a question. In your theory, this is just a theory, what do you think was happening before the Andros and Zane thing? Like, did he have his own team? Like, what was going on back then?
Yeah, they totally had a whole team before that. That's why...
Just to let you know that.
That's why I went in the series, in like the first episode where I showed up, when you first actually get to see my face, and he runs into the ship, and he's like, hold on, I gotta grab some shit. And then he runs back out, and he's like, TJ, Carlos, Ashley, Cassie, take these. And it's like, what are these? Oh, these are morphers. How the hell did he have those? It's because he had a team before. They're all dead.
I agree, and they're all dead. So you assume they're all dead, and that's why that's what's happened to Zane. So you have a question, Daniel, from the chat.
Question from the chat. Chris, are you open to come back for the Power Rangers when they do a 30th anniversary?
Sure. Do I get to kill any Power Rangers?
But would you dye your hair like you did?
Not a fucking chance. Never gonna
Would you
happen.
put a wig on for it?
Yeah, maybe a wig. Okay. Yeah, but dyeing the hair is never going to happen. That ain't going to happen.
Did they make you actually dye your hair?
That
like
was
that?
bleach when I was on the show. That was bleach.
You loved it. You loved it. He's like you. No. All right, so answer. We have another question. Go ahead.
Well, did you watch the Beast Morphers premiere, and what did you think of it?
I haven't watched it, so I can't really go into what I thought about it.
I didn't think it was.
But I've heard a lot of people saying that they thought it was really good.
It is.
They said it was a great show. It was really cool.
It's a different theme. I feel that like your series. You know what I liked about your season in particular, and I'm noticing this as I watch older Power Ranger seasons, is that the comedy. A lot of these more recent seasons have that. Right. You know what I mean? Because even I know Bulk and the Professor are in your season, and they're not a huge part of it though.
No,
they're a very small token of that.
Yeah.
And I think that more recently they've been kind of shoving that down fans' throats. That's me personally.
I've heard other Power Ranger actors come up with something like that, saying something very similar to that. So
so I'm not alone.
You're not alone.
Internet world. I'm not alone in that thought. Okay, fair enough.
Congratulations.
Another question is, I know you have a Twitch stream. You're big on you do a lot on Twitch.
Yeah.
What game are you currently playing right now? And
Anthem.
Anthem. Hey, did you see that? I heard that there's a lot of people that are having this complaint about Anthem, that they don't like it, and then I guess the company's like offering full refunds for it.
The world is full of a lot of whiny, bitchy babies. So there.
Camera's
you go.
there. You say it right into that thing.
Stop whining and bitching, you babies.
I don't disagree. But do you like it?
Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Cool story, bro. Are you any good at it?
I'm all right.
Chris,
I'm pretty good.
your Twitch stream was full of what? You playing what? You doing what?
Kicking ass.
But kicking ass in Just Anthem? What are you, a GTA guy? Like you're a GTA guy.
Oh no, well, we used to play GTA all the time. That and right now is Red Dead.
Oh, Red
So we
Dead.
just go back and forth between the two.
I've heard so much about Red Dead that, and it's funny, you're the Red Ranger. Oh, why have we not done a shirt about like that? Ideas are brewing
Don't
now.
worry. No, I'll bring when we go back inside. I'll have you talk to somebody. You'll find out about
Hey,
it.
I wanted to bring Rando on eventually too. In a second, we'll get him in a second.
Yeah.
What Anthony Davis, 2 eyebrows. He gives us a super chat. What's he say?
Yeah, I remember you told me about the hair thing, Chris, at SuperCon in North Carolina last year. So I don't blame you for not wanting to dye your hair again. That's what they're saying. So they're just like, bravo, good on you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, good. Thank you.
He said drop this mic. Drop that mic? Yeah.
All right. I have another question for you. So obviously you were a Red Ranger. You were prominent. You haven't returned to the show except for the big 10-year anniversary, the Forever Red episode.
Right.
If you were to return to the show, what would you want to see Andros doing? And what would you change in Power Rangers right now for you as a fan? What's something you would
They're
change?
all dead.
Well, there you go. All
They're
right.
all dead at my hand. They're all dead.
You'd want to be a villain. I'd assume you want to be the villain of the show now,
I
right?
should be the villain. I should totally be the villain.
Would you want to come back as a different character like Rick Medina did as a villain?
I don't know. Everybody always said that he was great as a bad guy, and I was
He
like,
was.
yeah. So I don't know. Yeah,
It's a very
Maybe.
touchy situation. Let's not get too far into that. But yes, I agree with you. But you would want to come back as a villain for sure.
Probably.
Spend
I
some
would
time in
say-
New Zealand.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's where it's at. So that's where it's at.
All right. So Chris, you were in Power Rangers in Space. Give me a fun story that happened behind the scenes that nobody else knows.
I can't give away too many stories like that. There's a lot of really.
Rumor has it. Oh man.
Okay.
Never mind.
Rumor has
has
what?
it. You guys were a big party cast. That's what I heard.
Some of us were.
Some of
us
yeah.
were. Nemo and myself, in particular. It's just bad to have us both in the same room.
You know, I feel that, and it's interesting that you, Nemo, and Roger, because I like Roger now. I like you guys were on the same season because I feel like that's a little too much. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a little much, especially for somebody like Tracy, who's like, I love Tracy to death, but she is very proper and prim. Like, and to me, it's like it's a little much.
Very much so. Yes, you're right.
Talk to me about some of the Forever Red experience. That's one thing that a lot of people don't know. I know that you got along with JDF at the time with doing that show. How was Forever Red?
Yeah, that was the first time that I was meeting almost all those guys. The only other two guys on the set that I knew were Cell and Sean. That was it. I mean,
Oh, Sean C.W. Johnson?
Yeah,
Sean Caw Johnson?
that's the one. Slavin was in the episode, but he was never on set, so whatever. But no, I didn't know anybody else, so I came in there and I'm just like, hey, I'm so and so from this season. I'm like, hey, I don't give a shit. Whatever. That's
Perfect.
fine.
That's exactly how it should have been.
Yeah.
Also, we have another question for Chris. Go ahead.
If you were to ever become an evil ranger in a future season, how would you do it?
How would I do what? What does that mean?
If you were ever had the opportunity to become an evil ranger in a season, how would you do it? If they allowed you to write it, how would it happen?
Okay. Well, I can't kill Zordon anymore, so I mean, I'd have to kill somebody else. Is Bulk and Skull still on the show?
Yeah. Well, they're not still on the show current. I mean, they were on like they're still there.
Okay, I mean, I can just bump them off then, and that's how that starts. Get the ball rolling there.
Yeah, really get some. You really get the hatred going. Like, oh, we killed Bulk and Skull.
Yeah.
I got a question. So you are a big Star Wars fan. I want to switch gears for a second.
Sure.
Talk about some of the other fandoms.
A little bit. I'm a little bit of a fan.
Yeah. We'll talk about some of the other fandoms right now. Star Wars Episode 9. Be honest with me, because I know you're not a fan of The Last Jedi.
No,
However,
God, no.
we differ on that, but however, with episode 9, what are you excited for and what aren't you? What do you want to see? And what do you think title is?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea what.
Oh, well,
the hell
that's a
they're
great
gonna do
answer.
with the title. I don't give a shit. No, because whatever they do, they'll come up with something and it'll be great. Whatever, they're fine. The title is whatever. What do I want to see? I want to see. God, I wish I could have seen what was supposed to happen years and years and years ago, and that was supposed to be Luke Skywalker was supposed to become the new Darth Vader. Not this goddamn little whiny bitch Kylo Ren. I got nothing against Adam Driver. He's fine. He's a great actor and all that shit. But the character is such a whiny little shit. God, I just want to slap the fuck out of him.
Maybe that's the point of the character, though, Chris.
To make you hate him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
good.
everyone
Yeah, good
loved
point.
Darth Vader, even though he was like an asshole. But like, still, maybe that was the point. So that's the one thing you'd want to see.
I would rather have seen Luke become a Sith Lord. He should have become a Sith Lord.
Really?
Following in his father's footsteps. He should have.
What do you think you will see in episode 9?
Oh, definitely not that. Luke's dead as hell. So.
Well, there's a lot of rumors. You can check that out on thathashtagshow.com, where we have the latest Star Wars news on the internet. It is on thathashtagshow.com. That's what you call a plug. That's what you call a segue.
That was
but I will tell you
done.
this though.
Brilliantly
JJ's
done.
here, by the way. He writes a lot of that stuff, and you guys talk to him later. But I do have. Do you have any crazy theories of what we can possibly see in episode 9? This is completely derailed off of Power Rangers. But
okay.
what's your thing?
What we could possibly see, Jedi or Sith Ewok.
What? What did you just say?
A Jedi or a Sith Ewok.
I'm gonna take a bigger gulp. Hold on, just keep going.
I heard a large laughter from this dark hole that is in the production
Why
corner.
not?
And it was like, what?
Say that again.
Jedi or Sith Ewok. Why not?
All right.
Why not?
You know,
Make it happen.
another big fandom that I know that you love is X-Men.
Sure.
Did you see the Dark Phoenix trailer?
Yes.
And your thoughts are?
It looks fantastic.
You think it looks good?
Yes. Yes. They're
Chris.
They're bringing her. They're starting her off from space. This is where the Dark Phoenix come from.
Chris.
They're actually doing something right with a comic book character for
boy.
once.
What?
I agree. At least they're trying to do something to
Yeah.
stick close to what we had in the comics.
Yeah.
We know that they are going to completely derail, and we know that it's Fox, so it's going to be bad. But at least give them the chance to try to redeem themselves for their last actual film.
Yes.
What?
Yep.
No, I think that trailer, it reminded me so much of X-Men Last Stand. And that movie was, fair to say, terrible. Yeah, right? Like, it wasn't good. It wasn't great. It was bad.
None of them are really good.
Well, X-Men 2 is pretty good. And Logan.
Logan is good. Yes,
And
Logan
First
is very
Class.
good.
First Class.
It's all right. I mean, they took too many liberties with it.
Really?
They took too many liberties with it. Look, I just want a goddamn comic book movie that's actually from the comic books. Not like,
But the thing is, okay, so what you want is for someone to tell you a story that you've already read.
Sure.
Why?
Why not?
That's the problem.
But I
don't
already
wanna
know
do
the
that.
story, that way it'll be good.
We actually have an actual Andros question. If Andros and Ashley had a child, scroll up. If Andros and Ashley had a child, would you want them to live up to the legacy that you left behind or be their own person?
They're going to be a Sith Lord like me.
So you want them, what if Andros and Ashley had a kid and that was the villain that kills the both of them? I just wrote a catalyst for the Power Rangers in Space Future comic book that we're going to pitch to Boom Studios now. There you go. So no, I know the X-Men. You're a big fan of the X-Men.
Yes.
I know you love Beast.
Yes.
Who would
My
you
favorite.
cast as the MCU version of Beast?
They did it right the first time with Kelsey Grammer.
So you would go
It's
older.
just-
You would go older.
But well, yeah, absolutely. But the problem is that the character is too large to be played by a person. It'd have to be CGI.
No, for sure. But the
Just-
voice,
but-
you
but
still want Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer was fantastic as him. He
How about
was
you?
a great choice.
I agree. Actually, Kelsey Grammer was great.
Yeah.
He seemed like an intellectual, and it
Yeah.
just worked off perfect for Beast.
Yeah.
We got any more questions? Oh, here's another one. We got another question. Do you have any advice for someone who wants to get a part in Power Rangers? I feel like we hear that all the time.
Why?
We hear that all the time.
Yes, I do have advice, and it's going to sound like I'm lying. It's going to sound like I'm making this up. I'm not. I swear to you, I'm not. In fact, one person that will completely concur with everything I'm about to say is Brennan Mejia.
I was just going to bring him up. Actually, I was just going to bring him up. Go ahead.
The advice is if you want to be a Power Ranger actor, you get a chance to go in and audition for it. Do not let them think that for even a second that you actually want to be a Power Ranger actor. If the moment that they think that you want it, they don't want you anymore. They don't want you. If you go in there with the attitude like, I don't want this shit, I don't care about it, they immediately want you.
Hey,
that's what happened to me, that's what happened to Brennan.
I have a challenge for you.
Go for it.
So we just started this big gaming thing here at that hashtag show. And I know that, what is it called? Battle for the Grid is going to be the new Power Ranger game.
Yeah.
Currently right now, or currently pretty soon, it's going to be March Madness.
Mm-hmm.
What if I got 16 of you Power Rangers to figure out who is the king of the grid? Why don't we do a March Madness tournament with you and 15 other Rangers to see who is the best Power Ranger?
Yeah, you want to
in
get
Heroes of the
Brennan in
Grid.
on that. Brennan will
It'll be
wanna do
you, Brennan, Yoshi,
Yeah.
Peter.
Yeah.
We got a lot of you guys.
That's good. That's
so
good. That's a good
are
start.
are you in?
Mike Jen, too.
Mike
He'll
Jin,
wanna do it.
you're
Yep.
in? All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna handshake deal. You're gonna be seated number one. It'll be March
Seat
Madness.
number one. Fuck yeah.
Heroes of the Grid March Madness tournament. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
I like it.
We do have a super chat. Am I looking at that right?
From Cyril Moore, he says, "Hey Andros, what's your favorite Power Rangers movie?"
Oh, my favorite Power Ranger movie. It's funny because on my series they kept saying that we had a movie and that was like the Psycho Ranger set. It came out on VHS. I don't know if it was really a movie. I mean, it was just it was like 5 or 6 episodes, but that was the Psycho Rangers and they were like the best bad guys. So I'm gonna go with that.
Oh, your buddies too. I mean, I did a
I'm
panel
Patch-
with him.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
great.
buddy with Patrick. Yeah.
By the way, did you guys actually meet those actors when you guys were?
I did. Well, I know I never did. No.
Really?
No.
Oh, you guys were. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I never met him until we were started doing conventions, and then he was like, "Hey, I was the Psycho Ranger," and I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, he's a
I didn't
pretty
know
cool
that.
dude. I met him just
No,
recently.
he's fantastic.
Super
yeah.
nice guy. We have another question. Do you think Andros should have been the Ranger Slayer instead of Kimberly?
I think Andros should always be a Ranger Slayer, so yes. He should just go around killing every one of the Power Rangers, not because he has a plot, not because it's like, I'm going to take over the world or I'm going to take over the universe. No, it's because you're annoying and you're annoying and you're annoying and fuck you, and I just want you all dead.
Oh boy.
So there we go.
boy. Oh boy. Here's the thing. You have it's another day of work with Chris. This is the thing. Last time we did a show like this, we went for a very long time, and you stole my bottle of Jack Daniels. That's fair though. You deserved it. We drank a lot of Jack that night though.
We did.
It was pretty wild. You have this hat on currently, which is the Red Raider.
Yes.
You want to talk about that for a second?
It's I don't know. I mean, like, it's not gonna be able to see it, is it? I mean,
People have seen it. The camera's pretty far.
yeah, it's very far away. But what is the symbol? The symbol is it's for my my street team. They're called the Red Raiders, and it's like taking half of the red in space helmet, and then the other half is Ecliptor.
Oh boy!
And putting their faces together. Because we have a little bit of a theory of who may actually be Andros and Caron's father.
Me. Just kidding.
It's Joe.
It is me. We do got another super chat though. Daniel, what is it?
This comes from Ichi5. He says, "Hey Chris, this is going to be an off-topic kind of question. This year would be the 20-year anniversary of Safe Harbor, the shortly lived TV show that was canceled too soon.
Yeah.
Is there any episode that you remember that didn't make it onto the show or on air?"
Actually, wow. Boy, that just threw me for a loop right there. That's good. Yeah. Actually, there is an episode. that
Somebody was
didn't,
totally looking at your IMDb and was like, "I got to ask a Safe Harbor question."
No, it's because nobody would have known about this, but yeah, there was an episode that didn't make it on the air because at the time, the girl that I was dating, I had met her from Power Rangers. She wasn't an actor, but she worked, on the set and all that. Well, we went to Florida, and we were doing Safe Harbor and all that, and she and I wrote an episode. And
You guys wrote an episode of Safe Harbor.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
And the producers and everybody loved it, but then they were like, "But since you're part of the cast, we can't take it. So we can't let it be aired." And we were like, "What the fuck? It's so good though."
That's crazy because that Safe Harbor show was like one of the first like big CW shows too, like when they had the Seventh Heavens and
It was the sister show too.
to Seventh Heaven. That's right.
Seventh Heaven.
Wait,
yeah.
you were on Seventh Heaven too? No or no?
Well, yeah, for like one episode.
Were you really?
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
and was like the spinoff of that?
Yeah, it was a spin-off of like that.
You were on one episode and you got a spin-off TV show?
I'm really good.
Fuck, did that work?
I'm really good.
That's actually funny. No, realistically though, you have a big extensive background. You've been working in this industry for a long time. But Power Rangers is one of your defining roles.
Sure.
Is it safe to assume that would you ever go back to TV doing that kind of stuff, or are you comfortable doing what you do now?
I'm pretty happy with writing. I like the writing, but if it's a if it's a good story or something like that, and somebody's like, "Hey, we want to do something with Andros or something, whatever."
But outside
Sure.
of Andros, what you've done?
Oh, like just totally different shows or whatever. Again, it depends on what the story is. If it's a good story, then hey, sometimes you just can't turn it down.
All right, we got a question here right now. So you are a Twitch streamer. Would you rather make a living acting or streaming?
Would I rather make a living having to learn lines all night and then be on set for 16 hours a day, or sit at home and play video games and get drunk? Does that really need to be a question that has to be asked? Who the hell would pick anything other than just say
Youth
Twitch
of
streamer?
America,
That's
get really
easy.
good at those video games because you yourself can get drunk and play video games and make money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Right? That's what we're talking about. Another question I have too is Brendan Mejia, a good friend of ours. He just got his own action figure with his actual likeness on it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Are you looking forward to the Chris Khayman Lee, the Andros action figure with your likeness?
God.
Probably not. I can't wait to buy it and do crazy things with it.
No,
I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm not looking forward to it. I don't look forward to
I
ever seeing
actually
anything
just-
that's prettier than me.
I just
No.
started a new Instagram. It's called Chris Khayman Lee's Action Figure Adventures. Just wait for it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're taking that thing around the world. It's going to be in the craziest positions you've ever seen. But no, here's another thing too with your contracts. Do you guys get because those are your likenesses. Do you guys get any kind of kickback from that from Hasbro?
Not even a little bit. No, nothing.
They really
not
own,
a cent.
They own what you guys looked like in your 20s.
Not
huh?
a cent. Yeah, actually, I had talked about this with Danny Slavin some years ago. And the contract, I know that he was mentioning some of the wording in his contract with Saban, and it said something along the lines of Saban owns the likeness for Danny, his likeness, and I believe it was throughout all space and time for all creation or something like that. And I was like, "Are you shitting me?" And he was like, "No, this is literally what it says in this contract." And I'm like, "Really?
Are you talking about Scientology, or are you talking about a
talking
Power
about-
Ranger contract?
I'm talking about that they own your ass forever and ever.
Saban
and ever,
took
everywhere.
a Scientology contract and was like, "Hey, we're gonna,
Yeah.
we own you for 1 billion years." That's pretty crazy though, because that's one of the big things that a lot of and as an actor working with Saban in that atmosphere, it's a lot of things that people hear about, but not too much is known about it. I know Azim has spoken out publicly about it a little bit, but what are your thoughts on that whole situation? That's a pretty big deal.
I want to have a damn toy that has my face on it,
You do.
and I want to make some damn money on it.
I'm with you about the money. I just want a toy with your face on it. 'Cause there's so many things I'm going to put that head
I
on.
know you're gonna do.
That was a weird sentence. That was a strange sentence.
I know you're gonna.
We got any more questions for Chris?
I know you're gonna.
No. Actually, right now.
Hey, how was the first reaction when you heard that there were going to be toys that had Rangers likenesses with them?
My first reaction: they're never gonna do me. So what the fuck?
That's
do I
what
care?
she said. Just kidding. No. Here's the deal.
Shut up, Joe.
This is Hasbro now. So look, I can literally put your Andros head on a Darth Vader figure because they should match, right? Because it's Hasbro. Sure. Right? It should make a lot of sense.
Yeah, why not?
So I want to talk to you about Sean C.W. Johnson because you technically got him the job on Power Rangers. Is that right or wrong?
That is correct.
He owes his career to you. Well, he owes his career.
He owes that to me.
He owes that to you.
That, not the rest of his career. No.
Are you guys still good buddies?
Yeah.
You guys still hang out and talk?
Well, we don't get to see each other.
Well, he's
that
not in
often.
California, right?
No, he's not. No. So, yeah, only get to see each other at conventions.
How many are out of the Rangers that you would put together and being your own Ranger team based on who they are in real life? Because I know I asked you this on a thing, but getting to know all these Rangers a little bit more, who would you put together on your, like, maybe not even Ranger team, but your convention circuit?
Oh, who would I go with to do conventions and stuff?
Yeah, 100%.
That's a good one. Yeah, it's always going to be me and Nemo, Brennan, Cell, Roger too, maybe Tracy.
What about Blake? Blake's fun.
I like Blake too. I like Blake a lot.
Brennan?
I already said Brennan.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Actually, I could probably come up with like 30 different people. So it's like I would just basically name everybody that I know.
Yeah. That's a fair answer too.
Yeah.
I would say this though, because I feel like once you Power Rangers, you guys have this weird fraternity. It's a very strange thing. I mean, I have a glimpse inside of it, but it is a very strange kind of thing, right?
It is.
With this, what?
Kickboxing Academy?
Oh well, with we're gonna talk about Kickboxing Academy in just a second. We will talk about that.
Yes.
With the Power Ranger convention circuit, what would you like to see change? What would you like to see promoters do for you guys? Because I think there's a few things that are lacking that I think could be improved on. We've talked about this when we went to dinner one night.
Yeah. Shit. You know, I don't really feel I can answer that right now without getting into some kind of trouble with other
no.
convention
Yeah,
owners
for
and
sure,
shit like that. So, but believe me, I agree with you. Certain things do or should change for the better and all that. Yeah, I just don't want to. I don't want to piss anybody off.
Hey, no, in fairness to you two, like, listen, I feel that with Power Rangers in space, honestly, you guys celebrated your 20th anniversary last year. Why was that? I mean, I feel that like a lot of conventions, it's what saved Power Rangers
It is.
and the universe.
Yeah.
But
That.
and two worlds. But also, that was a line. That was a
I
line.
know, and it was a lot more than two. I don't know why the hell they said that shit.
But it did save the franchise, and it put Power Rangers. And look, when you talk about historically some of the best seasons, you talk about space, you talk about Time Force, you talk about RPM.
Yep.
You know, and now who knows? You might be talking about Beast Morphers as well. But
Maybe.
there's this upper tier level of Power Ranger storytelling that was very good. Do you think that there's a convention people should? I mean, because I'm with you. I feel like conventions should really look outside of the MMPR stuff.
Yeah. It's always it's always a big draw that it's MMPR. It's the only season of Power Rangers that ever existed. That's what so many people think. I don't know why. The show's been on the air for like 400 goddamn years. I don't know why people only think that, but I don't know.
You do have a question though, and this is a good one. Did Power Rangers prep you for the movie Kickboxing Academy?
How would Power Rangers prep me for it when I did the other one? I did Power Rangers after that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's a question. Who? So you can call them out. Cat, Yellow Ranger. Just kidding. No, it's fine. So,
Okay, yeah, the answer is yes.
There you go.
maybe. All right, so now we're going to play a little word association. You down with that?
Okay.
Hey, Chris, you like this kind of stuff. This is what you get off
Sure,
for.
yeah.
Word association. All right, so I'm going to say a name. You're going to say the first word or sentence that comes to your mind, right? Haim Saban.
No comment.
All right, fair enough. Tracy Lynn Cruz.
Beautiful.
Patricia Jolie.
Also beautiful.
Roger Valesco.
Less beautiful.
Less beautiful. Justin Nemo.
More beautiful.
Jezzer Reyes.
The most beautifulest.
I thought you were gonna say Lollipop Kid. That's just me. Jack Daniels.
Oh God, I don't remember.
Selwyn Ward.
Golf.
Golf?
Yeah, there's a reason why. He just hit me up the other day, and he was like, he sent me a little clip on Facebook Messenger, and he was like, "Hey, I just saw this. This totally reminded me of you." And it was Robin Williams doing this whole thing about golf and doing it with a really, really, really shitty Scottish accent. And he said, yeah, this totally reminded me of you. And I said to him, well, dude, then you and me, we're going to go out and we're going to do some really, really, really drunk-ass golf. And he was like, fuck yeah, I'm in. So, yeah, that's why golf.
Danny Slavin.
Slavin, but thief.
Thief?
Yes.
Thief.
He stole my fucking ship.
Hey, what are you drinking? He wants to know what you're drinking.
Oh, it's the Outlander. Yeah.
Oh, vodka soda. Yeah.
It was called an Outlander.
So we're gonna be doing this really quick now. Ready?
Okay.
I'm gonna just give you Ciara Hanna,
Beautiful.
Azim,
What?
Azim.
Oh, soccer.
All right, fair enough. Yoshi Sudarso.
Crap video game player.
Oh! I'm gonna make sure that you guys, if you guys end up meeting in the finals of this Battle of the Grid thing, this is gonna be a lot of fun. Peter Sudarso.
Want to be a Red Ranger.
Oh, hey, that's a mic drop there. Jason David Frank.
No comment.
Austin St. John.
Good beard.
Walter Jones.
Never ages.
Never ages. Amy Jo Johnson.
Never met her.
All right. David Yost.
Nice guy. I've only met him once
That
or
was-
twice. I don't know him that well.
Was that a question? Was that a question
Well,
or a statement?
I've only met him like once or twice,
All right.
and even then it was like, hey, I'm Chris, and he's just like, hey, good for you. I'm like, okay.
Did I say Justin Nemo?
Yes.
Okay. Melody Perkins.
Oh, Marshmallow.
All right, fair enough. We're going to wrap it out there. Chris taking shots. You're not taking shots. You're not taking shots on anybody. We're going to wrap it up there. We do have a Star Wars show, so if you want to join us for that, that'll be a lot of fun.
Okay.
That's going to do it for us. We're here live at Scum and Villainy right here in Hollywood, California. We're going to try to do this every month, get more Rangers in here, maybe do panels, maybe a little bit of panels.
That's a good idea.
We also have this new March Madness for the heroes of the grid. I swear to you, I'm going to get all of you Rangers, see who's the best. We're going to find out which one of the Rangers is the best for heroes of the grid. But that's going to do it for us right here at that hashtag show. Thank you so much for watching, but we will be back on Facebook for Star Wars Fanatics. That's going to be later on tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button to stay up to date with everything trending
in geek pop culture!